your belief stuff. I could tell when Mohawk. It's just I'm balding right there. So yeah, it's my first time live back in a little bit, and you know, I hope everybody's having a good time. I've definitely been out for a little bit, and I understand we've got some personal family issues going on. I've got some homeowner issues going on as well. So, Sylvia, hello, welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing today? Sylvia, I don't know what part of the country you're from, or country you're from for that matter, you know? Where are you? And then we've got my neighbor, Kyle Logs, coming in. Hi. It's you and Sylvia at the moment, not everybody. But welcome in, Kyle. Yeah, I've had a rough month. That's why I haven't been going on my lives, guys. I'm sorry. You know? But I do want to say I miss you guys all, you know? So Sylvia said Jessica. Jessica. I think Sylvia, you're from Hatfield. I don't know what state that's in. You're gonna have to specify a little. Um, Sylvia, do from Dream Disturber. I'm sorry, having trouble. I could click your thing and instantly be reminded. But if I do that, then I will be. Oh, okay, yeah, you're from Dream Disturber. He's one of my favorite channels. I love history and things like that, and him being a tour guide in a historical home was one of the first things that led me to his channel, and I've been a friend of his ever since. You know, me neither. And you want to know something really crazy? I decided I had to shave my beard for work, and they actually had me shave my mustache. They actually made that a thing, and he did it at the exact same weekend that I did for different reasons, but it was just weird. And then he hasn't been live in a while, um, and I haven't been live in a while, so it's kind of weird. It might be like multi-dimensional connection or something. I don't know, but no, I love Dream Disturbers channel. You know, Darren is an awesome dude. He's my age, so it's like Pennsylvania. Okay, welcome Pennsylvania. I got a lot of people from Pennsylvania that pop in. I got Squirrels from Pennsylvania. I got Mr. Philly that comes in. You know, um, that I'm friends with. I met a lot of nice people, a lot of really cool people from Pennsylvania. You being one of them, Sylvia. So welcome in. Welcome in. Sorry, it's just like an improv live. My daughter just got picked up, so. Hi, Jody. Welcome in. Welcome in, Jody. Where are you from? Victoria. Welcome in. Happy Friday, Jody. Victoria, where are you from? Michigan. I was in Petoskey, Michigan. Do you know where that's at? I was a little I was in, I forget the name of the little town that it was in. It was just outside. I know that the little town that they gave us our housing in was called Conrad, I believe, you know? But yeah. Oh, you're heading to Petoskey? You gonna get some fudge? You were in West Dock, Arkansas. Mr. Bill Carrar is in the house. Hello, Bill Carrar. Bill, because you have that little blue name tag on you, what you're able to do is if somebody makes a comment, you click on them and see their channel. So all you have to do is click on their thing. It's just kind of a fun thing because you never know who's on the internet, but you're able to see, you know. I was up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, one of my favorite places to be. It was beautiful, and I actually went to I don't want to mispronounce the name, Musquamatic Falls, but it was something like that. Bill, when I went up to northern Michigan, it was there were rednecks here down in South Florida. They match nothing compared to those upstairs. No, not Tequaminate. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. I don't remember. I'm going off my memory because it's over 10 years. It's been over 15 years since I've been there, so. But that's where I used to go up to work to. But yeah, Bill, if you yeah, the funny thing is you know, you click on these things, but the biggest rednecks I've ever seen have been in northern Michigan. You know, as far as do it, let's put it this way: I went to a high school and my boss, it was my friend's daughters or my coworkers' daughters, and I was like, high school graduation, uh, big roast. It's a big event, and they did. But I remember when I went in, they had a baby in diapers, and they didn't have a crib for him. What they had was a shelf from like an old like unit or something like that. It had the shelf sitting out next to a couple lawn chairs and stuff like that, and the baby was just sitting in diapers, just hanging on the end of the shelf. You know, I was like, okay, we're not in Kansas anymore. Hi, Joker. How are you? Spamming. I'm gonna just chat and you want mod. All right. Keep spamming and you're gone. I don't know who you are, Joker. Sorry. We had a light drizzle, so everything's just like a little bit rained after, you know. But anyways, I'm here. Bill's probably gone. Knocker, how you doing? Welcome in. Where you from, Knocker? We're just talking about where everybody's from. Welcome to the club. Joker, where are you from? Can Welcome. I'm assuming you're from Canada. Welcome in. Welcome in. I got a few people. Ron from England. Look, we're going international right now. Welcome in, Ron. How you doing? It's a rainy afternoon in South Florida here. Must be like getting close to bedtime over there, right? You know, I'm gonna guess Canadian cat. I'm gonna guess that you are from Canada, and I'm gonna guess you like cats. All right. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Just gonna use my ESP and my mind tricks. 20 past midnight. Okay. Yeah, you're like me. You're a late night guy. Well, welcome in, Ron. Nice to meet you. Pleasant to meet you. Welcome in here anytime. Canadian cat. I could not have guessed that. 100%. That was total ESP. I never guessed that you are from Canada and you love cats. So, what part of Canada are you from? Are you from the West? Oh, from Darren's channel, Dream Disturbers. That's so awesome. Thank you for coming by. He's a super awesome dude. I was just we were just talking about him on the beginning of the live, and he because he does he's a tour guide for like a historical building, and I'm like so into that, you know. He does some super cool videos about going into the historical areas and stuff like that. And I love that, you know. Ron, well, thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate it. It's one of my first lives in forever. Were you in when me and Corey did a I actually did an interview with them. We were actually live talking one on one with one another. That was a really cool night, you know. Corey's a really cool dude, man. You know. I've got there's a little place over here in South Florida. It's called Yesteryear Village, but they've actually got like reconstructed homes and fire stations and stuff like that. And they've actually some of the homes they've had to take apart and put piece to piece back together. But they've got but I got a few videos on those if you're into that. It's called Yesteryear Village. It's on one of my playlists, but they're cool. One of them was supposed to be haunted, and I went in with my video camera, the history of it, and he started telling ghosts. It was it was pretty cool. You know? I enjoyed it. You know, he was the curator of the house, and but he was telling me all the ghost stories, and the house was actually on one of those TV shows, The Ghost Hunters or whatever, you know. I never watched the episode, but I enjoyed having a conversation with them about it, you know. Just so you know that there's foul language involved with that, you know. So, but Ron, yeah, I think that was a really cool interview. That was actually first time that I met Corey one on one. We were able to talk with, you know. But I think it was a really cool. I think it was a really cool time. We had a few other people show up. People showed up. Some of my people showed up, and so it was kind of cool, you know, to have friends from both sides show up. So that was cool, you know. So yeah, Jody it was kind of cool because I didn't realize that the guy I thought I was just interviewing the curator to talk about history, of the place. But he did get into history. He got into some dark history about like, people unaliving themselves up in the top, you know, uh, unaliving their family and stuff like that. And it was like, wow. And there was a lot of dark history behind the house that, so even in it, while I was out screaming, going, this house is haunted. Oh, Jody, then yeah, go look it up. I've wanted to do another one. I did that 2 years ago. And I have not been able to make it to that event since then. So I haven't been able to make it to that event since then. And that's unfortunate because if I could, I would love to. I would love to have a history of Florida channel, you know? So, excuse me for one moment, guys. I'm sorry. Thank you, Rob.
No, thank you.
I'm recording right now, so sorry. But anyways, yeah, no, it was really super cool. That's why I like Darren's channel so much, is because he goes into, he is a historian of the New Orleans, and in New Orleans, this is one fact that I found out that was weird. Is that you actually have to put your, if you're gonna sell a house, you have to list it as being haunted. If it's haunted, if it's considered haunted house, you have to list that before you sell it to somebody else, which I think is a weird thing, but it's actually in the law books in Louisiana, you know. So to me, that's really weird. Is Candor Block? Am I AI? No, I'm not AI, but you know. Okay. If you can't figure it out on your own, you know, if you think AI, I've been live for 17 minutes right now. If you think AI can give an ugly mug like this 17 and not just freaking fry a system, then, you know, you need a little help, buddy. I'm sorry. Do I want to be AI? That's a good question. Ooh. If I could just enter my brain into the system and become AI instantly, that's kind of a weird question, you know? I just watched a movie. I forgot the name of the movie the other night. Moonstruck or something like that. At the end of the movie, the guy sacrifices his life.
Hey, got an 8-pack, so I don't feel guilty taking one.
No, take as many as you want, sir.
Oh, I'm not going to take 9.
All right, take as many as you want, sir. So anyways,
Max, what's your language?
If he died, he got uploaded into this, like, entire new AI system and stuff like that. It was a really cool movie. I wish I remembered the name of it. It was like Moon something, but... Your coloring looks really good. What phone do you use? Oh, I got a cheap phone. A very cheap phone. Jody. Appreciate it. Yeah, you're right. Oh. I hope I didn't black out. There we go. Yeah. So, anyways, that was it. This is like a Samsung. I don't know. I bought it a year ago, so I don't know. This is the only thing that I don't like is the Apple and the iPhones. They don't like to send my friends things that have Apple phones, and when I send them a video, it doesn't it doesn't go through. They actually purposely scramble it, which to me is kind of it makes people not able to communicate. But that was kind of Apple's thing, was to do just make their product the only thing versatile, you know. Whereas Microsoft did the opposite tactic and said everybody can use our products. You know, our products are going to be universal throughout everything. So Apple and Microsoft had two completely different tactics on business, on how they did it. And, you know, who won? They're both going strong. So, you know, who can say? Who can say? You know? Run! I made some AI animals with AI music and stuff. All right, can you make one of these animals look like AI? Ooh, that's Max. Max! He's coming. He's gonna. Oh, he was gonna go. Now he's back on my lap. See, this is what I gotta deal with. Come on, Max. Stop. Now he just knocked my lighter off the table. Ah, you little shit. So, all right. Don't. Loves to do was when I'm talking to the phone, whether it's with somebody else or if I'm on live or something. He loves to joking, and he doesn't like not getting the attention. You know. Now he's gonna go out and look for. He's good to go for a little bit. You know. But I'm glad you guys are all on. You made a big white poodle called Fluffy. Awesome, Ron. Let's scroll back a little bit. Sylvia is a Chinese. Right. Now, like, see? What did I say? He's telling me he wants me to put him on his lead and let him ride aside for a little bit. So I'm gonna do that, even though the grass is wet. And when he comes back in, he's gonna have some wet paws on the floor. But all right, you good? All right. See, I gotta put a lead on him. Don't do that. He will chase every squirrel, and I won't see him for 2 days. Every squirrel. See, now, see, he's looking, he's hunting right now. Go hunt, Max, or go poop in the corner. It doesn't matter. That's his little freedom to outside of his little pen in the house that we have, you know. So he's welcome to do that. Oh wait, lots of more. Sunflowers in the house. What do you mean this is your break? What do you mean that's your break too, Watson? Miss Sunflower. All right, Ron. When this is over, you guys comment to the videos. You and Sylvia. And yeah, no, I definitely see it. I always check my comments. So after it's posted, or comment on another video that I've made or something like that. But that's the easiest way that I can just click on you and see. Sylvia, if you're from Darren's and you're subscribed to me, then there's a good possibility I'm already subscribed to you. So you know what I mean? Sylvia, what kind of dog you got? Max is a Staffordshire Terrier, so he requires a lot of energy. And when I fall asleep on the couch at 3 a.m. in the morning, what his favorite thing to do is bring his toy up, plop it in front of me, and start barking at me at the top of his lungs until I play with him, so that I wake up in the middle of the night and have to tell him to chill out. Yes, Sylvia, I understand what you're saying, that you've been a subscriber. I'm just saying, make a comment at the end, and when the on something, and then I'll see it, and I'll double check everything. You know, by going back on your channel. If you're from Darren, and you're sub to your channel, but I just need a refresher. I've got 700 subscribers to me, and I'm subscribed to a lot. And if I'm not subscribed to you, I definitely will come check you out and subscribe. You know, Ron. Okay, all right, all right. But I gotta check your. I gotta check your channel out. You know what I mean? I gotta. The easiest way for me to do it is if you guys make a comment on on a video, and then I can click in and just say, oh, hey, somebody comment. You know, it's gonna be really easy because I haven't put a live up in or any videos for that matter in a few weeks. So you know, the last video that I did was with Corey on that live that we did. You know, I just had a lot of stuff going on in life, and I decided I got to jump back in. I got to jump back in and say hi. You know, but it's great to meet you guys. One on one. Did you Let me ask you, Ron, do you YouTube channel going on? And Sylvia, you guys both have your YouTube channel going on, right? I'm assuming that's the case. Unless you, I mean, if you don't, that's okay. You're still welcome. I don't care. If you do have a YouTube channel, you're welcome to put what your channel's about. That's really cool, you know? Ron, you're not monetized but making videos, then definitely make a comment. And I'd love to check your channel out, man. You know? I'm not monetized either. I've got no plans to get monetized. If I do get monetized, that's awesome. That's like an extra money in the bank, and I'm not gonna turn it down. That's for sure. I'm not going to. I've got my life is too busy to be able to focus on getting a monetized channel. It takes a lot to get a monetized channel. You know, it really does. It takes a lot of effort, and it takes a lot. And I definitely have recommendation for you guys if you're trying to get monetized. I know a channel right off the top of my head. I know a channel that helps you with that and guides you with that. And she goes live 8 p.m. every single night, and like Monday through Friday, something like that. That person's name is Lashana Success Systems, and I'll try to put it in the link when I'm done. But if you guys are small creators and you want to get going, she actually helped me with a lot of things, you know, as far as like helping to get views, helping, stuff like that. But like I said, I'm not 100%. This is a hobby. For me, this is a hobby. But if you guys are serious, even if it's a hobby, actually, it's a good thing because a lot of other content creators, and if she doesn't know the answer, and she'll say, I don't know the answer to that, that's a good question. In the chat on the live that can answer that question. It's like, how do I, from the basic simple things to, like, how long should I run my streams for before they, aren't, you know, auto done or whatever. For you, it takes a lot of subscribers. Sylvia, if you want my advice, I'm just throwing that out. Most of my subscribers were just from making shorts and going live. That's where I got probably 70% of my subscribers. You know, you're at 204. All right, you're just starting out. Awesome. You're new blood to the community. That's good. Ron, you do jokes, cars, planes, trains, music, festivals, how to video, a bit of travel, and occasional. See, this is the thing. This little jerk, you hear him? This little jerk. This is what he does. He begs to go out, and now he's begging to come in. So this is what he does. I gotta shut the gate because if I unleash him and the gate is open, he is gone. Sit. All right, look. Good boy, Max. Good boy. So he barks at me to get out, and then 2 minutes later he barks at me to get back in. So, I mean, it's like I've got a temper tantrum of this little guy. Come here. I got a temper tantrum with this little guy. So, anyway, sorry. Tracy's in the house. Oh, I missed you, dear. I'm sorry. I've been out of YouTube for a month. It feels like a millennium, you know? So I've had a very rough month. We've had some family losses, issues with my home. So it's been rough. That's why I haven't been on for like a month. But yeah. But I'm jumping back up on the horse, so to speak. You know what I mean? But good to see you, Tracy. Good to see you. If you made an arrow, thank you so much for the condolences. Made an arrow video. I asked you to tag me in it, and if you have, I missed it. I'm so sorry, but if you haven't, then I'm gonna implore you once again to make an arrow video. How to use arrowroot properly. All right, you please do that. Please do that. I have that on the shelf as an. I've got arrowroot, but I look at it, I got no idea how to utilize it or how to use it, and but I would love to be able to know how to, you know, so because there's a lot of people that eat gluten-free things at my work, things like that, and arrowroot's not gluten, so I can if that's a thickener that I can use and I can utilize in cornstarch because usually the go-to for that is cornstarch, making a slurry, make the sauces and stuff like that. But if I can utilize arrowroot, that would be really cool. But I have no idea how to use it. And every attempt that I myself has been a complete failure. So, you know, I'm sure I could search it up on YouTube and figure it out, but I I'm just waiting for you. I'm waiting for you, hon. That's what I'm doing. If I want to learn, I want Tracy to be the one to teach me. All right, so now look at this little jerk. Max. Max. He's not even acknowledging that I just let him off the lead, you know? What a little jerk, you know? He's the owner of this house, I guess. He's the king. What do you call it? He thinks he's the king of the castle, you know? Well, we've had uh, quite the people coming in, you know? And Ron, he was saying he was small. Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you something, Ron. You never know. Do me a favor and, like I said, comment so I can come check it out. Um, because I connect with the people that here, especially if they got another YouTube channel. You know? Like Tracy's, I met Tracy's local learnings. I met her because of my love of growing stuff and cooking and things like that. And she's got a huge homestead, which is awesome. Which is I would love to be able to do, but I can't. So I live vicariously through you, Tracy, on a lot of your videos, stuff like that. When you say you've gifted a kitten and you love having kitten, does that mean you have a new kitten? Because I know back in the day, especially at farms and stuff like that, it was very important for them to catch rodents and rats and stuff like that. And I live with two cats, and they're when they were allowed on the back porch and stuff, lizards didn't stand a chance. You know, there were no lizards here in Florida. We got lizards and reptiles. One time, she had a snake pinned, and the cat had a snake pinned, and I just happened to walk out for a cigarette because we would let them just hang out. They like the outdoors, and we would let them hang out in the screened room. And I walked out, and she had a snake pinned by the neck. And I didn't know if it was a venomous snake or anything. I mean, it wasn't a big snake. It was probably about a foot long, you know? This is kind of a baby theme of things because in South Florida we got pythons now. You know, those can be 20 feet long and can kill humans and, excuse me, unalive humans. And shenanigans. Oh, so you got a new You got a new baby in the house. That's awesome. Kittens are so cool. Kittens are cool. You know, and cats are so. They've got their old. Have you ever seen that TV show, The Cat Whisperer? Traveling with Jacob. Hey, you're from Chef Civvies. Or no, no, from Sylvia. I'm sorry. It's not Chef City. I'm sorry. Sylvia. That's all. Jacob, where are you from, Jacob? And where do you travel to? Even better. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. You're in the UK too? Oh, you're traveling to UK. Well, where are you? Are you from the US or are you from somewhere else? Obviously, you have a traveling. Are you a YouTuber as well, Jacob? New person in the house. In Jacob. He's in UK. Let's find out where he's from. I was actually talking to somebody that just randomly came into my room, and he turned out to be like an hour drive away from me. I thought that I thought that was pretty cool, you know. Well, an hour and 30 minutes probably during traffic, but that's Kyle Vlogs who came in. He actually came in and stopped in for a little bit in the beginning. It's pretty cool. It's like I met my neighbor, you know. Yeah, and Sylvia, I think you said you're from Pennsylvania. Is that right? Not too far back. What did I do? I did something. Oh, I hit my camera for a minute. I'm sorry, guys. My apologies. Did not mean to do that. All right, so my memory's not too. I don't have a good memory, guys. I'm Sylvia. I'm so sorry, but I don't have a good memory, and it's gonna take like 4 or 5 encounters before I actually remember everything. I'm so I apologize. It was from all the abuse that I did to myself when I was younger, but you know, is what it is, right? We got one life to live, guys, so we're gonna live it. I don't even know if Jacob is still in, but yeah. Happy Friday, Tracy. Thank you for coming in, by the way. I don't know if I thanked you. If I didn't, then this is my official thank you to Tracy's Local Learnings. And if you guys are into, oh my goodness, we got a VIP in the house from the SIP. From the SIP. I've not had a chance to do your interview. Is that guy, all right, from the SIP is a new YouTuber. And you just did an interview. Let me respond to your question. How am I? I'm okay. I'm getting by. I'm happier over here. That's for sure. But let me tell you something. Um, you did an interview with a singer just recently, DeAndre something. I'm not sure. and I just got the thing. I literally only got to watch like a clip for like 30 seconds of it. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna watch the entire video from you, sir. But is that like a famous singer in Mississippi with you? Hi, Jan V. Welcome in. I'm doing very good. You don't have to spam. I try to get every message. You can repeat it every once in a while. Oh, okay. So I gotta check that out. Congratulations on doing an interview. I'm proud of you. I want you to. I want to interview you one day. You know, I've got a whole little like side playlist of YouTubers that I've interviewed, and I want you to be. I want you to be one of them. You know, I'd love to put you as a notch on my belt. As far as interviewed, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. He reached out to me. How did you meet him? Janvi, I have commented to you. Hi, how are you? I have commented from the SIP. Yes. And Tracy's. Tracy's is awesome. She's got a farm up in Canada. I don't know if I. Tracy's, would you consider that a farm? I mean, you have cows. I consider that a farm. If you got a cow, that's a farm to me. You know. Oh, this guy was he was watching your comment and he contacted you? That is wow. That's awesome, man. That is awesome. You know? You had it Sylvia, you did an interview or you were on the interview with a guy named King Dolphin TV. That's awesome. Oh, the little freaking jerk is back again. I gotta go let him back on. See? This is a toddler. Excuse me. If any of you guys have ever raised toddlers, yeah, little guy's doing. He just needs like he wants constant attention. But he's a good boy. See how he's staying. All right, you good boy. All right. So it is what it is. Genevieve, hi. Where are you from, Genevieve? Oh, thank you for serving. I appreciate that. Where are you from, Genevieve? Yeah, but Sip, you want to do an interview with you about your trials and tribulations as being a YouTuber. You know, just us hanging out. You know me, and you know my channel. I'm okay. Hi, Genevieve. If you're not gonna talk to me, um, if you're not gonna answer the questions that I asked for you, I'm gonna block you and you can leave the channel. I'm sorry. I'm I'm trying to talk to you and you're not responding. You just are begging for subs, and that's Not the way to do it, all right? Genevieve? It's it's pretty much soliciting on somebody else's channel, which is not really cool. You haven't even acknowledged any question that I've given you, or you know, responded to any question that I've had to ask you. Are you saying sub to me, sub to me, sub to me, sub to me? Okay. And your last report or your last thing was, please support me. I'm gonna delete you. I'm sorry, or I'm gonna block you if you keep continuing with that. Can you answer a question that I have to give you, or you're a bot? I'm gonna assume you're a bot. So I'm sorry. I really hate this. I think I've given them the I thought I gave them the benefit of the zone. You know, I'm sorry. Yeah. I think it was a bot. That was it. If you couldn't answer a simple question that I had to give, what am I gonna do? You know, simple question. Hey, how are you doing? Welcome into the channel. Where are you from? If you can't answer that question, then you're a bot. All he's saying is, hey, sub to me. No. Oh, this little freaking guy. Oh, now you want to come back in? Do you want to be outside or do you want to be inside? Okay. You want to go outside. And then 2 seconds later, all right, that's not letting you out anymore tonight. Number one, it's wet. So when he does finally come in the house, make a mess. Come on. With your dirty little paws, sir. All right, go. So, Ron, it was a pleasure meeting you. Yeah, it's late for you, man. Welcome in anytime, man. Welcome in. I'll see you around. Leave a comment on one of my videos, or I'll definitely check you out, man. If you don't, I can't. I've got no way of checking your channel out without me ending the live. So stop it. Sorry, this little guy. What are you doing? Stop it. I got no way of checking the channel out without stopping the live because I'm on my cell phone. So. I think Max just wants a little attention. He wants a little playtime. So I may have to go in a few minutes. You know. Oh, he didn't like me filming his tail. Stop it. Stop it, please. My first time on. This is. Hold on. Excuse me for 1 minute, guys. Max. This is my first time being on live, and you're gonna. This is. Let me rephrase this. This is my first time being on live, Max. For a while. So now I've got his ball. Then sedate him for like 30 seconds. Because he can't, it's such a big ball. It's like a bowling ball, so it's got a few holes in it. But He can't get his mouth around it. He can't get his mouth around it unless he gets his, like, one of his teeth into the holes. So sometimes it keeps him occupied for a little bit. So, anyways, but he's good to go there. Hey, we've got Miss Joan in the house. Hello. We got a VIP. You need to head out. I'm assuming you're saying Sylvia. It was wonderful to see you, and thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate it. It was good to see you. So, any friend of Darren's a friend of mine. Bye bye. Bye bye. Yeah, Max is being a little bit of a beast. See, now he's all done. Done? Okay. He's done for a few minutes. He's been giving me a hard time, Mom. So I sat down to do my first live from for like a month almost, And yeah, of course, he wants to take the stage. Sip from the sip. Am I drinking? I've had a little bit. I'm not going. I'm not been. Even though I don't have to work until Monday, but I've actually got a doctor's appointment tomorrow morning, so I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm not saying that I never have gone crazy, but uh, I do have tendencies from time to time to go a little crazy. But tonight's not going to be one of those nights. So, you know, people do say that when I've been drinking, I'm a little bit more. Yes, I remember you telling me. Sip. Um, that's my mother. Joan McGee's my mother. So, Sip. Mom, I just want you to know that From the Sip is one of my favorite friends on YouTube that I've met. I know you know DeAndre. I don't think you know Sip yet, but an hour away from DeAndre, and he's starting. Sip and me have big. We're we're friends on. So. Oh, see, he's got manners, Mom. See, he's a good guy. He just literally he scored something that I didn't have never done, and he scored an up and coming singer. Is a singer. I gotta watch the video. I haven't had a chance to watch the video yet, but he did an interview with an up and coming singer in their area, which was really cool. So, oh, Mom, sip is awesome. Yeah, I yeah. No, I've got videos of me hanging out, but mostly on his channel. You know what, Mom? You'll enjoy is he does what he calls Wine It Down Wednesdays. So every Wednesday night, He sits glass of wine and he talks about current event topics. And I think you would enjoy that, Mom. So I enjoy it. He's even let me become a part of that. So I thought time. So, you know. So anyways, it looks like Sip and my mom are here. I got two people in. Two people now. Hey, I got 11 likes on my first time back in a month, I think. From everything going on. You know. And then Hook It Up Homestead jumps in. Look at that. That's awesome. Yeah, it says I've only got two people in the room, which is crazy because I don't think that the count counts moderators. So I'm pretty sure I'm 90% sure that your count up top does not count moderators. So any moderator that's in here, well, number one, thank you. Number one, thank you for if you're a moderator, that means I trust you. Number one, so thank you for being here. But second, thank you for being here. So pretty, pretty. See, I always say because I got this balding area right here, and pretty when I first met you, you always used to have that top knot on the back of your head, and it wasn't. It's not nothing derogatory to you. Please don't take it that way. But I always used to say when I look into the camera and you see I've got that little patch, my hair's growing too long, and it just looks like I got this little patch on top of my head, and I would just say, "Oh, I'm looking like I'm starting to look like pretty." That wasn't an insult. Please let me. I want to just explain that a little bit more because number one, I am not. First off, this ugly mug right here has got nothing compared to your pretty face at all. There's no comparison whatsoever. It was a kind of a joke just on myself because look, see how I got that. See what I'm saying, right? I got a, I've got what do you call it? Big forehead syndrome, I guess you could say. Yeah, yeah, we're bald like that. So, not by any means, but pretty hard conquer in the house. That's awesome. I'm glad you can make it in. This is like my first this is my first live in like a month. And you know, I have had a rough month. But I'm back, so you know. Hook It Up Homestead's there. Look at that. Now everybody's here. That's that's pretty awesome. It updated to 5 people. But just so you guys know, when you're on, I don't think anybody that you have as moderators count as your viewers, which is good to know. You know, like if everybody that's why I've got it says I got 5 viewers right now. Those are probably everybody without a blue jacket is what, whatever you want to call it, a moderator. You know, now they got a shield as a shield. You know, hook it up. Tracy's learnings and Tracy. Do you know hook it up? You guys are like an excellent match because you've got a big farm. Hook it up has an urban farm, and it's completely. Oh no, you never. All right, Tracy's got like she lives in Canada, so her growing time. You got to remember the further out you have, as far as stuff like that. So she's up north. She gets like literally snowfall. Everything dies, and oh my goodness, again. We have DeAndre Dobbs. Happy Friday to you, sir. So I didn't mean to get off track. I just got awestruck. I've got a celebrity in the house, and I'm sorry. Excuse me, guys. When DeAndre walks in, hey, So, anyways, what I was gonna say was, Hook It Up has done some amazing urban uh, farming, amazing urban farming. And Tracy, out please. Um, you know, DeAndre's in, and just so you know, Sip, if you're still in here, I don't know if you know, but I just got like a little tag. I haven't been on YouTube a lot, but I got a little tag from a new video, and DeAndre, it was your little short video, and I was like, oh my god, he did an interview, really? So I'm not I'm not upset. I I would like to be your second. I would like to be your second, but or you wouldn't be my second, but I would like to be part of the interview process with you, you know, in one way or another, you know. I know it sounds dirty, but hey, it's me, you know. It's me. I like to make everything sound dirty. So we got Sip and DeAndre here. We've got Hook It Up. So we've got Texas. We've got Mississippi representing big time in the house. Anybody else here? My mom's in Maine right now, but she's not born in Maine, but you know. Look at this. We got Pretty Heart. We got DC in the house. If she's still there, excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. I gotta flip up through the. God, you guys are typing so fast. Sorry. Right now you're burning up here in Texas. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Here. Yeah, summer's no time for growing for sure. Tracy, that's her time to shine. You know what I mean? Up in the northern hemisphere. So, but it's just really cool that you guys now, Tracy, check them out, and Tracy will be making an arrowroot video just for me. That was a wink. No. I asked her to show me how to do arrowroot. She hasn't done it yet. No pressure, Tracy. But yeah, I want to see an arrowroot video. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. let's all right. Next time it's gonna be like me begging, going, Tracy, for the love of God, because I'm holding myself. I don't want to learn how to use it unless, I mean, if a friend of mine knows how to use it, then I'll do that. I'd rather do that, you know. So, you know, I would much rather learn it from a friend that can, you know, than or you know, I'd much rather learn it from you than just having to scroll through and look up stuff and watch through YouTube, you know. It's more of a, I guess, a bonding moment, you know what I mean? I don't know what to say, you know. It's more of a friendship of just, hey, I would rather learn it from you than, you know. I mean, could I do it? Yeah. It's not relevant enough where I need to know, but I would like to know. And it's just one of those things. But I'd like to know if, because when I do learn it, I can just say, oh, Tracy's Local Learnings gave me this advice. Why don't you come? This is where I learned it from, you know? And that'd be a cool thing. I have had an all-star freaking cast in the chat tonight. All-star cast in the chat. This is like my first time live in a while, just sitting out, and I'm not gonna lie, you guys made my freaking day. I truly appreciate it. I truly appreciate it. I got Tracy's in the house. We got Canada in the house. You know, we had Pretty Heart Conqueror from DC. We've got Hook It Up from Texas. We've got from the SIP duo, the dynamic duo, Mr. DeAndre Dobbs and the SIP, both coming in hot from Texas. Yeah, it's hot everywhere, by the way, guys. Just so you know. Our heat index is like 110 as well. There's nothing growing here right now, but, you know. If I put a seed in if I put a seed, it'll pop into popcorn, you know. That's how hot it is down here. But Tracy, this is one of the reasons that I like my growing season is opposite of yours, you know. So it's always cool to watch what you're doing, you know. So yeah, but Tracy, look up Hook It Up, because my mother worked in the agricultural department. She was in here a little bit earlier, and when she worked in the, I showed her a few of Hook It Up Homestead's videos on how she repurposed trees and stuff like that to put seedlings in. And my mother was like, she's worked in the agricultural, like giving advice for people on growing and stuff like that. And she was like, that's genius, you know? And, you know, it's just really cool. It's just really cool, you know? It's hot everywhere in the world, guys. It's global warming. Europe is so hot, it caught on fire. literally, um, what do you call it? A freaking microscope above them. Europe is on fire. You know, first time in forever. You know, they can't even they can barely control it. You know, it's crazy. So I mean, it is what it is. We got it. All right. So last four is Tracy. Hook it up. Sips in here. Hot here too. Yes, I believe it. There's her. I do believe it. And it's definitely hot where I am. DeAndre, yes, sir. Yeah, it's hot everywhere. It's hot. You know? Who are you going to blame? Yeah, it's freaking Earth. That's what's going on. The only thing we really got to keep an eye on is the sea temperature. If the sea temperature gets up too high, it will kill the algae, which produces 90% of our oxygen, you know? And if that's the case, it's game over for us. So it doesn't really matter, you know? Yeah. The coral in Florida is already starting to die. The coral on the sea, because the temperatures are starting to go up a little bit. But if the seawater temperatures change too much, that's pretty much the end of us, you know. All right, wait. All right, Tracy, it was so good. Thank you for hanging out, and weekend as well, my dear. And if anybody wants to see anything about farming, stuff like that, um, just a wonderful person. If you guys come check her out, please check her out. My mom, everybody with the blue thing, they can just click on the channel. That's great. If you comment at the end, so everybody can check you out. Um, you can comment at the end of this live, and that everybody will be able to reach you. And you know, yeah, hook it up. No, you guys are listen. I know personalities and stuff like that, and you 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 guys are a definite match. As soon as you walk in, I was like, oh, look at that. I got two growers and stuff like that. So you guys might learn from one another. Mm. Sip. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna watch your video tonight. I got a CAT scan done tomorrow. Sounds fun, right? Yeah, after midnight I can't eat or drink anything, so I gotta do that. But um, why did call Sip out on that? Oh, I don't know. I forgot. But and Pretty Hearts in the house. We got DC representing. So you know. All right. Well, I'm gonna cut it off, but I want to say thank you to everybody for joining in. You know, I I I hate it because I want to mention. I'm gonna mention everybody that I can remember, and that's of course Pretty Hard. Um, Hook It Up Homestead, Tracy's Local Learnings. Um, we got DeAndre Dobbs from the SIP is in the house. You know, my mother stopped him for a little bit. I don't know if I said DeAndre Dobbs. That's my superstar. That's my superstar right there. All right. Thank you for coming in. I can't, even if I wanted to scroll back, I had a few people come in. We had Chef Bill Carrar. My very first video that I recorded. If you want to go back to my shorts and scroll all the way back to my oldest, very first thing, which was 8 years ago, believe it or not, that was a video of Chef some onions with his eyes closed, you know. But he popped in for a little bit, so, and he's done a few videos since then, you know. But we thought we were gonna go viral because he did one with egg or something, and you know, to sip. I'll leave it on for you guys for a second just to say bye. But yeah, bye, guys. Let's just call it a night. And I want to thank each and every one of you. You guys are awesome, man. You guys are completely awesome. You know, all we're missing is Miss Tora Helms and the Solomon Project, and we would be having we we would have topped it off as a show, you know. I try to get by without them. I try to get by without them, but that was my first that was my first into going into lives and stuff like that and being public, you know. I miss them so much. Yeah, I'll get up. Yes, yes. Yeah, I know. I know. That was great when it was like four little corners, and it was Solomon, Tora, me, and DeAndre. That was those were all every single one of those were my most perfect. Let me rephrase that. They were my most enjoyable nights I've ever had. You know, some of my enjoyable nights that I've ever had. You know, so what do you call it? It's not a menage a trois because that means, well, I guess technically it is. Was and there was more than two because you know the and me homes, and we had all spectrums of points of view from life. We had four different people from entirely four different points of life. And the crazy thing it was, we all could relate to one another, you know, which made it, I think, the best freaking show ever, you know. All right, have a good one, guys. But you guys you guys take care, and I sincerely appreciate everybody for stopping in, and take care.